Hey everyone, my name is Meg. So today I'm gonna talk to you guys about my game that I'm currently working on. It's a FPS game called The Last Pill, and this is a fast-paced action game based on zombies. And the main objective of the goal is to reach to the hospital, get the last pill to avoid the infection of the zombie virus, and to loop around and then make your way back home. And the idea for this game is trying to like be more of a Half-Life sort of game, where I'm trying to make it more action, kind of like boomer-based sort of game, and I'm trying to get more playtesting done. And the idea and the importance of playtesting is really crucial when it comes to game development. It really just shows like what kind of like gameplay you may need to improve. It shows how your player plays, and it shows what kind of areas are fun or which areas are not fun. You want to say, and I'll talk to you today about the how my feedback was because yesterday I had an IRL meetup, and in that IRL meetup I had a bunch of you guys players test out my game, and I got a little different feedback from what I was expecting, and some things I were positive, and some things are I made notes on, and I said okay I can change a couple things, and then I think the most crucial thing was just getting like how to everybody plays differently, of course. Some were playing it was a little bit too slow, or it was a little bit too hard or too easy. But there were a few of you guys that were able to actually finish the game, and it shows me like, okay, and there are a few people that are more interested, and that's going to be more of my niche, my narrow point where I want to focus on those sort of players. Obviously, there's not going to be all kinds of players. Some players might not like that sort of game. That's more of a zombie or first-person type of shooter game. And but I am trying to focus on that sort of fan base, right, where they enjoy that sort of type of game. Of course, there's still a lot of bugs and developments I'm trying to do, and I think for what helped with the RL meetup was I can see who was being active or not. Right, there are a couple of players that were kind of looking back around that sort of thing. I knew right away they weren't that interested. Maybe the game was a little bit too hard or maybe too boring in that style. And I kind of like took note of that. I took note how they use the mouse, how their where their hands were placed, like how they're using the mouse, how are they using the controls. Some of you guys were real fast. Some of the players were real slow. I think the more patient players were doing much better. I know they're more fast-paced sort of games, like, oh, I just want to shoot, 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 that sort of thing. It really didn't work out for my game. It was more of a, take your time a little bit and then shoot your shots and then know how to like, do the depth sort of like shots. And I like that. I like, that different sort of approach. And I can see, okay, this person's more like more fast-paced sort of game, or maybe this person's, more take your time, more tactics sort of a base approach to the game. And I'm trying to like do a little bit of a certain, balance in that range where I can do a little bit fast-paced, but also have more of a tactics sort of attack, right? That's my approach to it. I know most of you guys, actually, everybody that played wanted headshots. So the one thing I don't have for the zombies is I don't have a headshot. So if you do aim at the head, typically in the movies and the games, usually that's like a critical hit and the zombie's done. So I want to implement that. I think headshot would be a nice feature to add. Of course, there's other bugs that I still need to fix. So that'll be something that I can do for sure before I release the demo. Also, I had a bunch of players also say, oh, it gets kind of like repetitive. There are checkpoints, but usually they don't save your kills. So if you do get killed, you restart the whole game, but at the same checkpoint that you're in. So you have to kind of like re-kill these zombies that you're in. So that might be something I will probably just take off, keep the same amount of balance, and save sort of like where you're, what kind of like ammunition you have, that sort of thing. Also, many of you guys like were overusing the arrows and blowtorch for the players. And I think what I want to use is have like an optional like a vending machine where you can purchase ammo, say such as currently I have the Cola Plus Plus that recovers your life. Now I'm gonna add a maybe an ammo or a fuel plus plus where you can recover certain ammunition or fuel that you need that you feel like you ran out of. So you have that option, right? You can invest it in coins or whatever you may have. That way you can recover some of your ammo. Also, another thing I noticed for the RL playtesting is I think most of the players were more like focusing on, on the screen, the action base, which is good, which is what I like. Not too many people were focused on the HP. I know like a few viewers saying, "Oh, I died so quick, I didn't even notice, what my HP was." I know Zelda does like a little beeping sound. I may add sort of like a critical or like a little scene where it's like all red and you can say, oh shoot, I have low health, and you can focus on your UI for your health bar. So that might be something, another feature I would like to add. Of course, right? That was pretty interesting. I think that was really well kind of like put in together. But of course, I have another sort of playtesters, and you guys are more of my viewers also that check out my stream. I do have a Trello. So I have a Trello, and I had a couple of my playtesters, are also viewers, that put in Trello some of the bugs that they encountered on my game, which is really good. But the only thing is I have tons of bugs I need to take care of, which is actually at the same time kind of good to see, because that way I can see where, okay, these are the things I need to focus on to have a really good demo. This is kind of like a long game, right? It's good for one level playthrough of the game, and I wanted to get it pretty good, at least have less bugs, I should say, right? Not anything critical bugs where you can't really play the game. That's literally my aim that I'm trying to do. There's always going to be other features, like maybe a different crosshair, maybe certain sound effects, right? Certain features that I would like to add for the game as well. That probably could be part of, updates that I can do. Of course, there's going to be new stuff that I want to add in here. And I think Trello does a really good job of keeping my task all in up to date. And I think I'm going to continue using it, and I'm going to have additional play testers to see, well, maybe I can do this, or maybe I can change a couple things here, do a different sort of process here, and maybe make different updates and, bug fixes. This is honestly perfect, and it's coming out really well. I think my time doing game development has become, as it's older developer, right? It's become really interesting. I do appreciate everybody, just providing all these bug features. I know some of you were like, oh, I don't know, it's just, I guess some of the playtesters were like, oh, I don't know, it's a good game, right? And I told them, don't worry, just tell me honestly, what did you think? I say it's good, I liked it. The only thing maybe you can do is change this, or maybe make it a little bit easier for certain, players to play. And this is where the elites come in. I think I have special elites, like harder enemies, where you can kind of pursue them if you want, or you can just skip them right away. So I have all that. I think the gaming process, the game design that I took, came out really well. I'm glad that the I took this approach, and I'm always glad that I can have playtesters. And I think it's the same for anybody that's doing game development. Depend a lot on your playtesters, get feedback, and always get it on more on the fan base, of course, right? Not everybody's gonna appreciate all kinds of different games. Like say with me, if I make like a cozy game, right? You want a cozy player sort of thing, right? And then those are the people that you want to focus on, mostly on the fan base ones, right? Not don't kind of like please everybody. Try to please just the fan ones that really enjoy your game. And I think I'm gonna leave it off with that. I had a good, actually, well said play testing, both IRL and virtually. I think the IRL kind of like showed me, where their focus was on their eyes, and I had a few players that were focusing really strongly on the game, which was really great. It shows me that I'm doing good. Also, how they were using the mouse, how I was using, their fingers. Maybe they were cramping up on their fingers, but that wasn't the case. Nobody was like cramping up or having a difficult time with the game. I think maybe it's just more on adding features, fixing certain bugs that I want to implement, and that's really good. I'm probably gonna continue, definitely gonna continue doing more playtesting. I'm hoping to have this demo ready maybe by either this year, for sure this year, maybe probably by my aim would be spring, but if not, summer would be perfect. I do want to have the Steam page ready so you guys can start wish listing it, checking it out. I want to have it close. I don't want to have it too far away that you can have like a bunch of wish lists and then the game doesn't come out. I want to have it in pretty close, release the demo, have maybe a Steam Fest, and then from there I can try to see if I can get a Kickstarter to build more levels and see more people try my game. I do want to do other kind of meetups too and more play testing. For me, that's really golden. I do love the player feedback. So anybody who can give me a critical but constructive criticism, I do appreciate it. All right, and I think that's it that I have for all you guys. Again, thank you for Glitch City in LA to giving me the opportunity for players to play my game. I do appreciate it. Thank you again. Also for my viewers that are doing playtesting, thank you all. You guys know who you are. I do appreciate you guys, and keep giving me any kind of features, feedback, bugs, whatever it may be. It's really useful for me. Thank you. That's all I have.